Good Saturday. It's March 12th. We have a lot going on in terms of weather, but also some events coming up throughout the week. We do have daylight saving time. That starts up late tonight to early Sunday morning, so that's about 2 a.m. When you jump those clocks forward, of course, nobody likes this time of year when we spring forward. But we also have St. Patrick's Day to look forward to. That is on Thursday, and the first day of spring the following Sunday, and that is the spring equinox, when the sun is about almost equal duration of sunlight that there is night hours, and that's when that sun is right over the equator. Now, when we talk about daylight savings time, I know a lot of people don't want to think about it. We move ahead. We thought we voted it out, but it's still sort of stuck in bills somewhere. But we do see those clocks moving forward in hours. So as you get to 2 a.m., it's really going to be 3 a.m. You're losing that hour of sleep. So if you have plans in the morning, make sure you set the alarm clocks. If you have your cell phones, usually they'll do it for you. So that's some good news. All right. Well, we did see some clouds rolling over Sacramento, and this is through the afternoon hours of your Saturday. So we started off very sunny out there, nice day, and temperatures right in those low 70s. But now the clouds are rolling in and they're looking dark, and that is bringing in some scattered showers, mostly north of I-80 and most of it toward the coastline in the northwest corner of the state. When we look at our weather headlines, the scattered showers that are moving in, they're not expected to affect us much at all. We're not seeing any accumulation with this hardly anywhere except much northern portions of the state, so not in our Sacramento Valley areas. And then a windy evening. We're already starting to see the winds pick up over the evening hours, but they're going to be the strongest for the Sierra overnight. That's where we see a wind advisory taking place starting at 10 p.m. So we'll talk about that in just a bit. But those strong winds through the evening, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, widespread rain that's finally arriving. It is a true event that'll take place on Tuesday. I know we kind of don't see a lot of them happening. We say, hey, there's some moisture that's going to move in, and then it kind of just fizzles out. We do look like this one's going to be a pretty solid event. And this is why we have two low pressure systems here. This is the first one. If you take note of the circulation happening there, it's kind of that rotation, a small little kind of eye almost wants to make out one at least. And it approaches the Pacific Northwest right now. And we are looking at the long tail here at the end, providing just enough moisture, dragging it up into the northwest corner of the state. We could see a few stray showers, really just getting closer to maybe Santa Rosa, but other than that, it's nothing huge. This is the next one we really want to look forward to. Look how tightly wound this system is here. And this low pressure system looks like a pretty strong one at that, as it's carrying a lot of moisture along with it. That moisture making its way across the Pacific to us, arriving very late Monday. You might as well call it Tuesday morning around midnight or so. And that'll roll into our area Tuesday early morning hours with the heaviest rain, then kind of becoming lighter into your afternoon, evening Tuesday. Taking that closer look, you see that the clouds have arrived, but so have the winds coming in out of the southwest and being pulled upward into that system. And that's where we get the winds and the wind advisory for the high Sierra. Now that wind advisory at 10 p.m. beginning, ending at 11 a.m. on Sunday. So if you have plans to head into the Sierra, we are going to see some very windy conditions. If you're skiing or snowboarding out there, you definitely want to bundle up maybe an extra layer for yourself, because that's a real wind chill factor there for you. 20 to 30 mile per hour sustained winds for a lot of parts of the Sierra into the early morning hours, and the gusts could get as high as 50 miles per hour. And take a look, we are seeing as of the evening hours around 11:30 p.m. we'll still see some stronger winds approaching the coastline, and that'll bring in 10 to 15 mile per hour winds and moving its way up north. The coastal range being affected a little bit, Mendocino National Forest there, as well as the high Sierra. You can see anywhere from 25 to 30 mile per hour winds in Truckee and South Lake Tahoe, and then the colored spot right there in that purple shade, that's around 50 mile per hour wind gusts. So we are expecting a strong event continuing into Sunday, even the afternoon hours as it moves over the crest and state line into Nevada. Some strong winds there at the leeward side of the mountains, and then further south you're even going to see some stronger winds toward Yosemite as well. Now moving into Monday, we'll see a little bit of a pickup as we start to get another front approaching our way into Tuesday. As we look at the scattered showers for the afternoon and to Saturday night, this is where we're seeing a few maybe stray ones near Fairfield, but again, this isn't a major rain event that'll really affect us at all. Mostly just expect cloudy skies overnight. Now let's talk more rain on the way. Wow, it's going to be a beautiful system passing through, at least with some significant rain to actually accumulate and record for our records as we move into Tuesday around 3:30 a.m. Some of the heaviest rain really dumping for areas near Eureka. You can see that yellow spot there, some dark greens here on the map. That's what we want to see. That means some significant rain totals coming in. The lighter the shades get, most of that becomes evaporative and barely falls, but we'll start to see mostly the line here right across maybe about 80 to 50 and then north of that. So we want to make sure we hold on to a lot of that rain in the system, but a lot of areas in San Joaquin Valley spots and Central Valley spots are going to miss out on this rain. The most important factor, though, is that we do add to our reservoirs, so snowpack is going to be important for this as well. Although right now, looking at the line, the elevation of snow is going to be much higher than we want it to be at this point. The system is a little bit warmer, so we're going to see some snowpack, maybe just not at lower elevations. The overnight lows actually don't even look that low for some of the foothill spots. We're still going to be seeing those temperatures in the low 40s, so I'm not sure we're going to get quite into those 30s for lower elevation snow. Looking into Tuesday night, we start to still see some rain in the forecast, even some of it moving down I-5, which is good news there as the rest of the system passes through. But of course, with the lighter green shade, we could maybe get 5/100ths of an inch of that, maybe 1/10 of an inch. So that's going to be a little lighter into the evening. After that system passes, we do have another one on the horizon. So again, good news for us. The following weekend, March 19th, that's actually the day before the spring equinox. We could see another storm rolling in, and that'll bring us some more significant rain if we do hold on to that moisture. Still a week away, so it's nothing promised at this point. Just kind of trying to see and predict out what our computer models are showing us right now. And so far, they're showing anywhere from 1/10 to 1/4 inch of rain potentially for the San Joaquin Valley spots. And if we're lucky enough to hold on to some of these numbers and the computer models are in agreement in the next few days and these numbers still hold true, we could see as much as 1/3 of an inch of rain in Sacramento through those 24 hours and maybe as much as 1/2 inch toward Yuba City. Even Grass Valley could see some higher rain totals. So, of course, very good news for us as we are really praying for that miracle March to move through. We got nothing pretty much in February as well as January. We're now at 62 plus days even without rain. That is one of the longest, or it is the longest winter dry stretches, I should say, that we've seen on record. Now for your Sunday, we will drop in temperature just a bit in the mid to upper 60s, partly sunny skies because the clouds are still kind of rolling through here. On Monday, it's actually going to be a pretty nice day, low 70s with some sunshine, and then things change quickly into the overnight hours. The winds will start to pick up as that front approaches into early Tuesday morning. Your commute will be affected with heavy rain and even some breezy conditions. That widespread rain rolls across even through the afternoon, evening hours of Tuesday, and then we get a really nice Wednesday and sunny with low 70s, mostly sunny to partly sunny skies the remainder of the week. And then Saturday, that'll be our next best shot to see some more rain.